messengers. In a fascinating way, the artists who are creating today's comics are doing heroic work by taking the timeless tales that began in the world of myth and bringing them into the future.
Are you with me?
So where do they come from? What is it? Basically, it's classical mythology repackaged, rehanded to us, and resold to the masses. All they're doing is changing the outfit. These are the same people. They share the same qualities, the same powers and everything. What I find is really fascinating, though, Superman, you know, he says he's like a Moses figure, like a Christ figure, okay? See how there's like these sort of religious themes that are going on? But yet Superman, if he's like Christ and Batman is like the devil, why are they on the same team? Interesting. That all those superhero characters are all on the same team. So, in real movies, do they have this same common theme of where these characters come from? So here's some clips from some of the real movies, the superhero ones.
Don't break the building, don't break the building.
Who are we?
Gods, angels. Different cultures call us by different names. Now all of a sudden it's superhero.
Victor, you always thought you were a god.
Lex, you're not a god.
Gods are selfish beings who fly around in little red capes and don't share their power with mankind.
They wish to cure us, but I say we are the cure.
A conflict between the better and worse angels of our very nature.
Now, humanity's only hope is our government's best-kept secret.
Not easy for me to live my life being who I am, keeping secrets.
The world doesn't need a savior, and neither do I.
They can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way. For this reason above all, their capacity for good. I have sent them you, my only son.
So they're putting this idea out there that Superman is like Christ, okay? And notice how he says, it's not easy being me, somebody that keeps secrets. So who's keeping secrets? Who's the secret keeper? Are the characteristics of this superhero like Christ? No. And how blasphemous. Sent them my only son? How is it that we can take something and try to even equate it to the gospel story, something so worldly, and even try to fit it into that same mold? In fact, what do you call that? Taking something that looks like Christ, maybe is Christ, but isn't Christ. You call that the Antichrist. And you see what I honestly believe that the devil is doing? He's putting all these ideas of who Christ is. Why did the Jewish nation miss Christ the first time? Why? Because they're looking for the wrong Christ. They were looking for somebody to vindicate them from the Romans. A good-looking soldier type, la-da-da-da-da. Oh, but now we're still telling the same story. A hero in a cape, strong, can see through walls. You see, if the devil knows that he deceived an entire nation of people who knew the law, they knew everything that was going on, by just putting out false ideas of who Christ was, they're doing the same thing. That's why you see so many ideas of Christ, because the second the cosmic Christ steps onto scene and everybody's been so confused on who Christ is, they're going to be like, he's over there. Oh yeah, there he is. He's got red boots. So that's why it's so important to study your Bible and to know get a relationship with Christ. Because if the Jewish nation was that close to him and they missed him, we better learn from that. Looking at Superman here, oh, he flew away. Oh, well. The idea for Superman came from this guy, Friedrich Nietzsche. Okay? The two writers, they were very much so into Nietzsche's writings. And Nietzsche was hugely anti-Christian. I mean, he basically, his coined phrase was, there is no God, there's only Superman. And he had this whole idea that man was the top of the food chain, and he called it the Superman, and that's where the idea of Superman actually came from. And in fact, if you study back where Superman first had his origins, he was actually evil. And then when the U.S. went into war with Germany, because Friedrich Nietzsche's German, all of a sudden nobody was buying the superhero comic books, so they made Superman a good guy. And that's how he became the hero, the savior. Nietzsche was quoted saying, "The Superman is the meaning of earth. Let your will say the Superman is the meaning of earth. I beseech you, brothers, be true to the earth and do not believe those who speak to you of otherworldly hopes." Who speaks to you of otherworldly hopes? We do. Christians do. They are poisoners whether they know it or not. So Superman here, his arch enemy is who? Lex Luthor, okay? Superman versus Lex Luthor. Here's what I find is fascinating. Superman's real name is Kal-El. The Hebrew translation of Kal-El is all that is God, totally God. Okay? Lex is Latin for law. So you have somebody who's totally God fighting against what? The law. This is what we're constantly going to combat against. And as we're showing you these things, keep in mind the law is always under attack. That's what the devil keeps trying to say. You can't keep the law. He's still resonating in our church today, that idea. So, Superman here came out in a comic book here. It says the Beast from Krypton. Here he has the marking 666. And this whole comic book is about how Superman gets sick and tired of serving the human race, and he decides to stamp his buddies here with his Superman symbol, and they become demon-possessed, and they go out and destroy the rest of the world. Does that sound like Christ? Never. So it probably doesn't surprise you that Batman's one of his comic books called Son of the Demon, Fantastic Four's God War, and Wonder Woman's War of the Gods. They're discussing a very spiritual thing, but just from the opposite side. So as you look at each one of these superheroes, and we look at the character of Christ versus the character of Satan, Christ revealing his true identity, never changing, was not beautiful in physical form on this earth, turns the other cheek when someone is assaulting him. Power comes from God, and Satan obviously is all the opposites of that. Masks his true identity, dual or multiple personalities, masked himself in physical beauty, bent on revenge. All the superheroes you can think of, what side do they start to fit on? So their characteristics are Luciferian. There was a comic book that came out called Justice League of America. Any comic book fans in here? Okay. This is a comic book, and nobody wants to admit it now. This is a comic book that they basically took all the comic heroes together and placed them in one storyline, okay? So Superman's with Batman, with Wonder Woman, and all these different things. I want you to see the end of this comic book strip. Listen to where it's going and think about, in a spiritual sense, where this comic book ends up, and then we'll talk about it.
The big climax to Grant's run near the end of the 90s was World War III, which climaxed with every man, woman, and child on Earth temporarily inheriting superpowers so that they could team up with the Justice League to fight off Armageddon from above. It was the most amazing sight. 6 billion people all rising from the earth, all flying. Look up in the sky. It's 6 billion people.
Okay, what's the storyline?